you free wabna. There are other studies, for instance, maybe this is a World Bank. One must say by 2030, then nipa juma the sub-Saharan continent in the growing and developing economies. You know, no, you about 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion. You know, it move 400,000 per and they available. 800,000 I can almost say non-existent. The same man who any day in be because a World Bank has we are seeing our sem na worker. The infamra ye be bremoha. I'm just giving you a picture of how agent yasma ye can here. If I may be bremoha. What the Baha Ghana Statistical Service Becker say you had the unemployment rate 14%. We say you had because of informal sector no. It will appear to everybody so be a juma. Your tanka, your tonkwadu. But as to say the quality of life and nipa juma na or yen a bit media man. So another question. Ye kra ye juma. Bia ye see ye kobe. Ya including Abraham including money obi a waka bia no. Ghana Statistical Service say one more mo ye juma no. 80% of them one more salary less than 3,000. 80% of them. Ahankra ha say. Wato ubeto so woka ketu bi ha de koba ubeto petrol oni bi so fa trotro efi tika so obadwuma wo kroma ahwe abekọ in and out no no watwa transport nko ha no wo fesi no in and out no watwa be 70 cedis or more say the other tata de ahye yezu kroma na watwa bi ha weekend bi ye koyi ubekọ asori nti chese the basic necessities of life I will hear dear live decent life memoha oye juma so kwa untimi nyade intimi live one more such say the same Ghana Statistical Service say the remaining 20% of the population can live in abject poverty and we share o man mu hankasa ye tene de e kamia ye say ahokere e wo bebia and we know in you can no crache ho and nti na keta asese me boye ne krono ne no man keten dream die ne de e wo ho aha bemua na baba wa wi skua ade afa se no wi na san service obedwen ho no se na ma no asase obeton ne papa wa asase obeton koku fu de kwa kusi awo onim ye oye no apply to be a school UK na Canada obua enye school no beso woko the oppressor ya de say here sika bi dia tum no the school no aye a decoy cover up so they call Abuchako school one obekono recently I was in Canada obekono Ghana for memua ne maba wa na no e bia wiba na omuchi ana ya hunkum yenka se adwuma bi enya adwuma hoba but komu aba bombe prepare say won moti omo krom na won etimi ensa ekoma no nti yemma ha no there is a peculiar problem, the problem of unemployment no and here say we need job creation.
Okay, talking about creating of jobs now.
Yes.
Obi beka say aban enyuma na say aban be creating jobs na adwuma dodo sen a na aban betimi create ama sa statistics a would ma ye 10 years nipa obumbenya permanent job be half of be any person nipa ko be within the year mo be school no say na obey how is he going to create that job?
Amna ewia se bebia no enhyehyɛ a aban ye ede mane manfo adwuma no enye aban na ankasa and create enwuma no directly.
Okay.
Me, if you ask me on principle, I don't even believe say any government should own any business.
Okay.
Me say oh ya buy no I when she say papa recently Ken spoke about the Asian miracle model. Kwaya Asia for the fast one more a minus sign. Kwaya Singapore for Botswana no more a fast or minus sign within a very short space. Kwaya no more fast. Say you are to make it very simple for all of us. We build the business people, businessmen. Now we be a war on the background see business no. E was nimdia no etiase. Nti fa na say papa your friend despite e be a wotimi efa workers 1,000. Nti we are buying obey say ama no. Say no e be a sika fam. E be a emra fam. Em say e be ma ne ho aton no na adwuma no betima ye dey e biem. O fa enipa fa na say wo papa your friend despite wo for example wo zoom lion wo nipa be enum sa nkofo no create be or higher dey eka ho say obi timi fa workers 1,000 first no mo yenum no 5,000 but as soon as o meya oha no obi fa 1,000 you say we've created 100,000 jobs So you need to invest in privatization. There can be a kind of public-private partnership. That is one. Again, you also need to invest in private individuals. One also here the area omunuma.
Okay.
Now almost what you might day IAB because we are saying baby and oko amanoni idea. We send to whole photo. Don't you share baby and none of me adina. Come baby I have videos. Baby I be dribiano. Companies are not owned by the governments. Companies are not owned by the government. They are owned by private entities and private individuals. So build more of them. We will zoom line on to me for workers 1,000 and I expand this capacity. No to me and be in the business. No to me for 10,000. Automatically, we've created jobs. Again, I dare back why I'm fire. I dream come home. No so some might be puntu no might be a dachi. Agriculture. There has always been a link between agriculture and socio-economic transformation. Can I come once a month by me? I dream there. Emma. So, you said the Oko voter reason. Make sure arable lands are a down. All you need to get the right investment. You need about 3, 4, 5 companies. I want to big time investment in agriculture. For instance, be a cassava production. See the maybe say starch. You see produce maybe say ethanol. Papa or cassava. Ethanol, alcohol or importable mine every year $2 billion. Bakufu. Now mining now we say acquire because the same $2 billion. And imagine say your companies do I will be able to produce alcohol ethanol for production and so to my yes no be at $2 billion now will do and no alone is bringing you $20 billion automatically when sika and there's some minor that in no and those companies are also going to employ people or mechanized farming. Recently Ken sa about Northward say oko North arable lands or the Bayekria also can say one more airport to cry or no ka yenye na enye cargo airport it is a fruits vegetables and then normal area straight you can every you can say 6 hours flight aeroplane way to now we to cargo plane way to now we to we have to be very intentional about it. Say if we are the northern part of the country now be a wasa be no you defeat Africa. Not only Ghana, you defeat Africa. Until we plantation we because I'm all over the world. I did a sister or maybe that maybe puntu. If you look at history, it will be a first industrial revolution. First industrial revolution and all the steam engines, power machines for production. Or by how we're just at the consumption end and taking advantage of it. Not only Ghana, but even the rest of the African continent. Second industrial revolution, so by Saber no more advanced free steam engines in the electricity and the power production. As I say, then we came to the third industrial revolution, and then now computers and a day any Saber computer. I mean, will be papa back when the baby use so. And no, Pentium 4 no polo. So we use oh, could I know so? And so I met my day, I'll be refreshing and why the way you see. Also, we didn't take advantage of it. Then we are in the fourth industrial revolution. Maybe as a colony, and then go for artificial intelligence once and go for Internet of Things, go for how we simulate AI at the boost production. Into yellow, we need to go and start from the base. The base must start from the first industrial revolution, industrialization, agriculture. We need to make and catch up with the rest of the world. Okay. And yes, we'll be deceiving ourselves.
The working now, women say, no, na idea could a walk ne cassa mono. Delegates or mono could do you think so? Mono at 2 months more, Matias ye?
Said you 2 million. Na tumi okosra di bo kwaso eni ahobrase kwaso eni kasade kwaso na ekosre na wa kire ade abese oyede oyo the sense of agency aba delegates ni mu no ene say won no say be a party ni gina na nyede enye na no abato ekoye no party na ho oden yede esu twan obeje di say 276 constituencies e to aba no presidential elusu 199 of them 199 a mountain mako be and so 7 regions presidential and we need a single constituency. And then me can say your mountain be and 4 regions are MPP you need single member of parliament or to now you see east in front no muka 7 delegates so ko na kwa masem say wo MPB a asem to be hwaje ba you careful one here no be in seven kuma power ni so afo echi enko bebia ye amount mako enko 9 regions. If you look at the cumulative value of the number of seats over at the Okono Watch 98, MPP were 5 and these were 93. Now Dr. Brian Casey we no muzobwa or Zongo communities 3,000 of them you lose here. Mo videos you go be kebi so 3,000 of them you lose 2,999 you win one pay. No muzo obwa entesa no mkofa polling stations be there by. You see, there is a difference between polling stations and communities. Ghana has be a friend Zongo polling station, but within a Zongo community, we have polling stations within. Within there were 3,000 of such Zongo communities. So we are Nima, Oboko Nima no. Now there were polling stations here. The Nima as a whole no. Okasa Ghana communities here 3,000. You lose 2,999. A single one. Maybe a fellow market one. If you win, party for no is aware of this data. Party for no who say maybe a party ne ejinano a hoetro. Ya to abna. Na over 90% of your parliamentary candidates outperformed your presidential. Over 90% of them outperform your presidential. You feel be skirt and blouse. Skirt and blouse no party no. It be a presidential candidate in there. Only original party in your name. Do kono akotrama na it be a parliamentary on one thing ya no day what but for the first time in the history of our country, close to 350,000 people on over to my parliamentary no omu no we day to tia presidential.
So do you think say a candidate no and omu penalty omu to tia na say a thing?
What was a very intelligent question because I'm not the same near your campaign. So there was a party problem. And there was also a candidate problem.
Okay.
For instance, Nipa Metwaba, what they compare Akufo-Addo votes are 2.1 million, right? One more Metokra from 2020 to 2024. Those are people you can easily say, na buying why they have from buying why into Meto. But for about 350,000 to walk to the polling station, one more to my parliamentary, no to tier presidential. That cannot be a party problem. That essentially suggesting that is a candidate problem. Remember one instance, maybe it's a dropper. You say, Akufo-Addo, you can say your tradition, you say dankwa dombo buzia. Akufo-Addo, dankwa. Nti oya de bia dankwa for the expectation is a chebi for ni ade nyina bidineti. Kofo so buzia, wono mo so buzia se for nyina bidineti. You are Dr. Bamia, you say dombo for nyina is expected so bidineti. Unim say dropper ana dombo free. Dropper in 14%, Mahamaya 85.14, almost 86%, 1486. How do you convince me say this is a party problem?
Okay, so meaning say per candidates no. What is the problem?
I mean, those ones they can be able to explain why I had the current. So you see, the whole thing boils about the trust and the credibility that you place. Didn't you say candidate matters? I'm more a year like 2020. Yes, I bena galamse who has a be can be a I say President Akufo-Addo go galamse tie dey a galamse for be 20 ano. Eso banks ya collapse banks into banks for be 20 and the workers on to bagana forecast be one mo say Akufo-Addo dey wire na point is anya dey ahwan minister 2020 na mo follow election na. That's what Ghanaians said. Also President Akufo-Addo wire na point is na amwan into here as a party even our slogan was form of nana. The man who obisa was Adam Yanka say form of for MPP. Because at that time the popularity of the candidate Nanado now was so. Okay. We had to hinge on that near the party near the equation.
But don't you think so say after 4 more no in a way no Ghana for the drona who said no yintimi because say ye break the 8 so wokaya who so say sa me fan say and I said, you feel say, almost sitting na that time, no, that candidate, and also no, your vice president, and no, affect ye ma, or more etuti, and who say, no, so I know you.
I'm not made this message, sir, na me no quarrel na party no, I hear. Sabu, you to say, no, we be white, chai. I know, Tino. Yen say, no, a ma, ya and quaff for cry, a boo day, if we. That's about 2.1 million rules or so. Obama to cry. What I say. But Bibi to say, enipa one over trade to say this kasa about 350,000 etuma parliamentary onu no mututia presidential. How do you also explain say and say na party ne ho na ye
me ba o di enti ama me kasa no I will cite a drapade sa ho kire ba nipa no de ono onfa ho say when say udi manim na sa ho kire ba na wona wudi ani ma ho kire di enti na me ntonko so anka say me ba o di enti na me ntonko so anka say ma ho kire ba bia MP ne de in a way no wotimi enya impact bi sense ono omo na wo honom ne enti no
say you are guided by history right the bia de wo hwe the bia history near the ewo ya batu mu bia no abibia no presidential no ewo so ye de esne parliamentary no abibia in the history since year 292 both MPP and this they be a presidential na ho de ye de ekoso esne parliamentary no but I'm say for the first time in the history of our country out of 276 constituencies and filing pieces, 99% of them outperform a presidential candidate. If it was a party problem, come metumpo, nankwaka say, oh, omaba pools no kwabeto, they would have abandoned.
But because at the end of the day, no, so no, a lot of more candidates are womujina so mo person mo ko mashibejums. Omo lucy, I be wo hono mo krombona. You know, there's some of the constituencies are which means more diaffable. So
I've made a case say I don't dismiss the fact that there was a party problem. And in Tina, you had about 2.1 million people have even argued say when people, even the delegates or the party people and our voters, even presidential candidates, or even not in the first place, not to even think of some trauma. But when you feel what that's why Agyapong they all can say party no way. I'm not expressing that. May nipa may control pony. Say me catch us a party no. You also learn from so anywhere. And nipa 2.1 metro. They always learn from so.
Okay.
But one more metro yen. One more metro yen. 345,000 plus, almost 350,000. One more 2 more pieces, you know. Parliamentary, no. No, to tier presidential. And yet, candidate in one part, how do you then explain? Say, nipa, pore, 350,000. Again, now we must have to hono. Let me tell you, say, about the BIA to MPP mono, and the Ghana Hano. A baby presidential and in the business parliamentary. What I say, nipa metro dear, you would expect to say, your vote, no, percentage is very form. But in this case, you know, even parliamentaries no more standing 99% of them as a bomb as a presidential.
Okay.
That should indicate to you say beyond the party problem, there was also a candidate problem. Because MPP ni bena obakwakotwama me na ye parliamentary candidate and obi mpeye presidential candidate. So wa metoa ebi a ompemu mumia and our party no where dey. But when you buy you otoma wo parliamentary no owie no tutia obi mpe. That should explain say yes there was a party problem but there was also a candidate problem. Me can kwesi say bia your candidate no ko say bi onye nipa papa na say nipa kan but the me kan kwesi nyina na say there comes a time say me presbyni do me abra na me kwasore me kroma to the timi presby so for do me ne na ko dwansa ne de dwansa de akwade mra ne de ade mra de aba pecheche ne de pecheche de ayede abadome eno nchese bia sofo ana owo do me no onyanam ne mom de chele say bebia ne kendi ne yede ehia.
Okay,
there comes a time in living in the spirit of revival in Kenya. You say why a revival that in Kenya so no maso da oko in Kenya so it will be for ba obo say e moda yes we be say a fast and we be 3 days near the sofo for aba eno chese sofo no abon and chese abon ne mom bra ye wo mu no ehia kendi ne foforo
senti kendi ne foforo no ne in Kenya no hu ne say o penina wudi na chi ono bo ke no na de sa in Kenya no ebeba
say o 2028 about on e sonko o say party bia ba onyakwanya
o say e sonko
yes
okay me sonko ne say
party bia ba onyakwanya edi mfie nwotwe 92 to the year 2000 President Rawlings 8 years with NDC 2001 to 2008 President Kofo with MPP 8 years 2009 to 2016 Mels Mahama NDC 8 years 2017 to 2024 President Akufo-Addo with MPP 8 years. Ghana for Mobia 8. But we share from 2024 equity 2028. It's not 8, it's 4 years. In the NDC for all they need to do, they say, catch Ghana for say, oh oman na what dem even in the space of 4 years yet mama fu okra so ayede ate yet mama dollar no so ayede ate nti mu mfa mu fo nya dey enkan ho no kase wono mu ayi chief justice free ho wono mu epese kwan bia omu yi omu de kata akosi enyi mami electoral commissioner en na be di achi nya dey emfiri ho nti aba ayekoto no se nyame amam na nyame na nso na isisiwa wo electoral commissioner omo de aba deputies omo de aba ibi yesisiwa be ko supreme court no obeko tell for penny no obi e condition wo na chinyesi ne so asema obeka che say elections are won at the polling station ti ko ho ne ko ka wa asem oboa ne elections are won at the polling station yamanyo sem ho asem kana obu be no nti 2028 no eye enieden 2028 yakokoduru eni kwa so takura mo bia de esisiw ngofu nyame amwa no mo sakofo ese edu nkati aba ono ntontom okura sekan wona ma wo ya na oyehye wo twakọ na wo kase nyame amwa na akofo obi a yesisiw a wontumi nkase so otumi so wonya obi a nani eden wo ne se no so betimi de chaos aba oh dabi se bedi akọ edi fatara ko no nya nkwankwanu ase and also nche say kwakwa say you go on a war without any justifiable reason. When you are protecting votes, even the constitution enjoins you to protect that. See a basis war, a bit. Let me give you a classic example. Now no buy a country. The EC had given us 72 hours to make one more about to so bad. Yet presidential near 2 more. Less than 15 hours. And the NDC for any who could draw call coalition centers, pinches and near team. We are near team. We are near the presidential Mujitu Muslim Kugo and Untinema sa a name and see. Oh, I give you an example. So just a minute. I'm comparing 2020 to 2024. 2020, the Electoral Commission made the same 72 hours. Between President Mahama and President Akufo-Addo. President Mahama presidential will be a sort of coalition to do. We lose with about 500,000 votes. As only said, you get your Muslim press conference because I can't say, in a comfortable lead. Or no, so comfortable lead. We say presidential we are parliamentary before we declare. I say, what the pink season are coalition centers. As I know my day, more declare. We what to tell ya, copy say, a king kind of so yeah, before that, no, near 168 seats in 2016. You're sorted by 137, no more 104, no more appreciate you to 137. In the friend hang parliament. Now, made the massive meeting, my uncle 2024. The incident that happened. Electoral Commission in my also the same 72 hours. Less than 15 hours near the message and the signal that we sent to the NDC. The message and the signal I sent for Mapaba. Omuni you could do home. Omuni could do meeting with the atwa can see. So, TM Fenny, then co block it. Pinches in the bit team. They will make a declaration. You make it. Say, and no affecting ya. And then you to a very court. It took the court to reverse 7 of those seats to us. So those were seats I winning. No couldn't go for. Of course, we versus 7. My it will be a catcher say it didn't have an impact yet. It cannot be true. Okay, we may take a collective responsibility by having an impact. We a leader no as a flag bearer. Now what could Gina Musi and told so I'm gonna be say regardless, as it would mean your fame can say, or Munya be and Sana, or Bedia to my but don't forget to say, so we a party here. Is no you in as much as we a flag bearer no, doesn't mean say you take decisions all by yourself. A collective thing. It is a beer and painful what's an assay. Nasi a case no. Yes, say figures near dear, we are all collating. Yet in Kugo Naba, said ye bear. Calmness, peace, ebe prevailing in town. Kona kwa ya baka say no wunye to musa. Abna. When I say we tintin me not sure which people took the decision. Sure. I'm coming. I'm not sure which people took the decision. Whether it was a candidate decision or was a party decision. Your general secretary was a party decision. But if indeed this was a party decision. Then that should be we need to learn from it. Okay. That is one. Say a party decision. Then we need to learn from it. Now that should be we make maybe better decisions. Sometimes it also depends on the extent of consultation. Nipa muno moye dey a consult and no can also influence on the decision that you at least the SDA will be guided in 2028. Yeah, making the right decisions going forward. Okay.
o kasa ye share honorable Kennedy Agyapong enema e won one so de ogina emma e obi o ye discipline.
Yes, patriotism, honesty.
Okay. And I will share a former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Also, they say the idea is a humility. Me boa, waka, pen. Na a no will share a delegator, any grassroots na. A dear wine or moshe. A then almost.
Oh, so and I make us say 2028, you know.
Candidates now or embody, say either discipline or someone who is humble. I
mean, I don't even think that is really about a comparison of discipline and humility. No. Yes, people may look at that.
Okay.
But me see element here, it has more to do with obia obeti maji to me ayede amaye. Because discipline.
To me not nipa no. Eso obi who qualities be on one side.
Oh, essentially. No, but you see, no matter the character traits and the attitudinal traits that you have, no matter how nice they may look, say, who need to me? I said, now make us ideas in here. Who need where any kind to me now? And for so day, and muscle because who here to me, now they are demonstrating the opposite way.
But you can also go empty.
Oh, I mean, just like you rightly reference, say we discipline, we so that's the public perception around them. Say can discipline, we so humble. That's those perceptions you can't change them. Those ones they are what that. But at the end of the day, you focus as a party. Nipa. I think I had the permission to coach him. Recently, I had the opportunity to lead the delegation with Democrat President Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
Okay, saying that it was profound. Or say the biggest interest, because I'm not symbolic, I'm sure I can say it on TV. Or say the biggest interest is one who can win power for the MPP. And the biggest responsibility is to unite the party. Make go to President Akufo-Addo. That's what he said.
Meaning that now also we on was in as much as we be kind parables, what's it? Then the person is referring to okay, then there's a possibility to say.
Honestly, I didn't place any interpretation of what he said. Mentia say I'm the man and was very literal. Say we ni po beti maji to me.
For mo camp na mo call kwasra no.
Memoir no. Root no, but most of us were nipa no one more make say ya ad na yan. O say ya ekwoto aba no. Esi aheni eto aheni for say make us 2 million straight. O ho ye dodo a the whole Ghana no. About 1.1% of the general voter population. Even post offer 2018 Aboma general voter population because they have about 209,000 divided by general voter population of 18 million times 100%. You are getting 1.1%. The new 2% into Usha is not really about the delegates in the pay. The Ghana for and now Uti Ghana for the brave or the most of the Mojuma Moma. Kofoko musisia omusia trotro fodu umza say one MPP for the back Ghana for Bejana tuma almost Kennedy Agyapong uni dwon for ma almost mo de ken ba beto he na am ye nam Kumasi we say ye kaya de ko campaign ba ko ya brand ho dia de kaya ko say ya was overtaking the air for benkum Ghana say road system we say crash bi tasi do we de kaya na mini fa so sa na de na papa yi pachi na mka say driver ne so ni am so pani na are na utwika basa sa o say masa mi hu mo kana meba mo ye de anu mujumo na mo mi jira kacha mo nkofo na se ma mfa ken aba na yenye de yentom se just say be a bedru bia obi a some de ken ba ye be de ye beto eno na mi hu say delegates na inform on this is not necessarily about wait to see I mean that about me ye na ko bi pen nti oni hu nim dia ke mfa na nya de enko Ken also when him there or some part yes, their character traits will play to their advantage, but has more to do with their Ghana for her. The remaining 98% of the population, over 98% of the population, one almost more than the Bible. Kwa more pejuma. President Akufo-Addo more free. President Akufo-Addo more free senior high school. Some kwa no more you more pejuma. Afia ekono. They are no more share. Okay. One more some of the came by a bit.
We because me kai pass more last primary say or the past one.
Yes.
that time na a candidate and I said I mean happy to so be the flag bearer Dr. Bawumia and someone here because for your vice and come here say government machinery in support Mrs. Compo say recently I saw a video no pay make say sabe na mo intimidate me as say dear hunu bia ni ho no mobile no obi be bisa say hunu bia any will be. Do you still feel and think say still be a parts no in the way manipulate maybe a working in favor of Dr. Bawumia against honorable candidate?
I think a lot of Ken's reaction based on feedback on your free party for now. What's recently say you call off. Now okay 2023 prime minister there were constituencies that Kenya 00000. Ndiye kwa yeno.
But now kwa kan so meeting chairman bi.
Ndiye kwa yeno. Obo na chairman bi ha. Say we twa no. Obi ho ye Ken coordinator. Ebi on pay any issues of doubt so bi on papa na ntembetete. Ndi bi say o mo to no. E ma na ma ho kwan sa de. But why? I mean em de ono na afom, em no mbra ni me de ka di see. Bi a video. Ndi wo share date obi video on the phone so. Any bibia serial number let's say
just or told the man
by a man zero.
Authentic.
Yes.
Sheets and
yes. It's a man zero. And Tibu ha nipa bet nipa be nipa be 92. Omunya de omu de beche. Enti these are concerns I can raise.
Nipa 92.
92 there were constituencies I can to million 92 by a man zero. 2023 no.
Nana muni agents e wo hono mana.
Say you otimi for otimi dia or ka for abeti. Last 2023 prime minister there said we was sika na say no mu na ho say afidi ma mo mabaso. Nti Masman American can raise these concerns. If we were then we had calls from one more Monday evidence there the say one more life have been threatened. Say na we our DM na unkoyi na yede ama. No
mo reporting my police.
Say
because we be threatening one life.
Yes, and also common also. But you see, as a politically exposed person, also what political interest, you also use the first platform available to you. Now also the other day, I can want them to say the other day, also. That party knows why day. Afa at the home, home, and she say any bibia. Boa, so Bugina Buka in the tape, he never denied it. What's on the kind? Fre be say a hasi, Uko Tokaha now, Ujinaha. You know, so those were the things that Ken was reacting to. Oh, no, so be our cause if I Canada, Nassim. Oh, no, a hammer. And I said, you, Abna, in such situations, you can't be a timid leader. Go for to Abama. Said you about chrono at the 00 na at the Ashaho. Go for Nasa Bassy a Toman, yes, see, why, no, so you know, day, what can I answer about some mom. Was so Chiraku could grow says I do a few billion in and there is nothing wrong with it. It's just say, mark the will of the people I had Abem. Mea Penny Jojo Rocky, or if I call you Monabaso. One more set here be a friend anti-Reagan election committee. One more she say, I said, and say, Yanka says, you will be a good bonnet, name the Agyapong Benyano, young kind one day, Emma, the Dr. Bawumia Benyano, one day back Amano. Buy the more fun, and then change. No for Koni, one also will be a young kind of oh, say every day can delay here. The Ghana for her,
so those because a Ghana for do you believe in more party members? Do you more imagine chair more betre, nipa or more susu somebody or more bar, more pay if you believe in dear. And the other thing I said was because your party for me feedback a yenya a bit more just a positive edit mama. But they will share even a Ghanaian publisher Eddie Abba. MPP raised 118 former candidates endorses Dr. Bawumia. When I am for fear be mama.
Hello, I want to say no focus a kind of political astroturfing and cosmetic showmanship. I said, we be I'm a say, yes, I thought that we young show baby. I saw say. We are Bema. So, now, first of all, without any disrespect to PCC, one more, they are already members of Dr. Bawumia's campaign. All they did is to call them mobilization. Some more oh, no, why would they come out now? That feel no more better be on.
But say, be switch it.
118.
Not, be switch it. There are people no more Dr. Bawumia camp on switch about a honorable Ken. There are people who are more honorable Ken almost switch.
These are two different scenarios.
No, I think when you're so confident, say no mono Dr. Bawumia camp.
I can tell you one thing. No one will be anywhere where you camp. Until presupposes that no more.
Another time,
say Dr. Bawumia establishment candidate. So rightly you put it. Until you enjoy all those support. Over 6,000 appointees. People impose ordinary 276 MMBs.
No, if you say that, I say
see, as a sub 123 MMDCs almost supporting you. I'll be able to know for what I say.
Only too many bills. Yet, if they are able to mobilize themselves to say, we support this candidate, I don't think say genuinely supporting almost. If
I had allowed me to like come about, you see, the whole point is say, Obiane Kwai or Faso, and a man yourself, and then the strategy of the air campaign. Maybe no can say, you have 3 campaign teams. Ono Ken, different region. Mene NATO see different region. Ken, different region. You were MPs. One more mabontia, almost on Nama, or more electoral area level. But about your campaign, so you're quite different. Or believe in endorsement. Sabu, you fast why I also say, Obu support to I just say, the Omina back together, a bit careful to at the camera, see when catch almost support to me answer. Almost at say, oh, you see 67, first day 61 when the MPs, 67, and about 63. And the MPs no more endorse, so you know, Sababa re-endorsement. We knew of endorsement. And then we if we are far, some youth organizers, be almost so more endorse more. And on the far MMDCs, the MMDCs in Kwa Center, MPs in Commerce on
the bottom line is a more and Kamokra.
These are MPs, no, originally they were expected on the deliver seat. Some MP, if I was those MPs, coming at you, Marco. One. Candidate no conform penintino and the people with Brahma pose no more to be a mammo.
Said what can you say candidate in a normal penny?
Yes, but the data supports that. No mamma to a mammo. Secondly, you couldn't even deliver Musita at the mammo. So people have even categorized them as field MPs. 99 Musita the mammo. How do you lose a constituency like Adenta? So you maybe show me constituencies or music KTR constituency, but I didn't see KT part. But I'm just referencing typical traditional MPP constituencies or
okay.
Now most until people have described it as a field MPs one member support or field candidates. Hey. That's the description people has given.
Now, it's about worrying to rating. So that's how you also describe it. Field MP supporting field candidates.
No, people have said that, but I don't subscribe to that because that will be unfair description. But I'm saying is that when we see to comment mine at the end, we respect their decision. But we are the agent. But I am the trouble. We are 2 million. 2 million polling station executives for there were 209,000 polling station executives. Only see him, only 2 him. You see, Mama Chow. 31st is going to be a contest between one more near what by Momina baby, Eddie, baby say, yeah, or person they want to protect their legacies and the brains of mine day. And actually, 31st will show.
31st will show, but once I suddenly be so on, I will say about out a reach. I wasn't aware about seeing young Canasa. So says SDA. Church or more issue say more projectors or my endorse a candidate be. No previous and so what say.
First of all, me I don't me pa or no or cancer. People matiti to be very honest, I've not verified. Say yes, look what will be the point. As if what about you one partner or say as if I endorse Canada, as if on to about one also in what capacity like as a church, so they come as a church. Yes, so we go to them and talk to them. And I have seen reports that say, so I'm the Kataba. First of all, officially, I speak officially for the campaign.
Okay.
Aside the candidate, I speak officially for the campaign. We've not said anywhere. Say SDA for the and also Ira Ken.
Okay.
Ken has been doing a lot for the SDA church, or more appreciated for the past 17 years. Now, Oman, the true, or the more 1 year more capital, or the economic.
Personally, do you believe in prophecies?
Yes, but do
you believe in prophecy?
Yeah, I
do. I do. It's prophecies about a far honorable Ken Wina Wujidi.
Yeah, I do.
Nti say ban say after 31st and na ambemwa. Will you be disappointed?
Yeah, we are not banking all our hopes on prophecies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the enuma ka ho. We are working so hard. But there can be a
Okay.